The village of Bethlehem was peaceful. Rolling hills dotted with sheep stretched out under a vast sky. The air was sweet with the scent of wildflowers and fresh grass. Life was simple, a gentle rhythm of seasons and routines. This was David's world. David was young, with kind eyes and a gentle spirit. He loved his sheep, each one a unique creature under his care. His days were spent in the fields, watching over his flock. David knew the importance of his task, protecting them from danger, guiding them to green pastures. He carried a simple sling, a tool of protection against predators. But David's true strength came from within, from his deep faith in God. He often sang songs of praise, his voice echoing through the hills, a testament to his unwavering belief. Each morning, David led his sheep to fresh grazing land. He knew every nook and cranny of the hills, every stream and shady grove. He watched for danger with a shepherd's vigilance, always alert for the shadow of a wolf or the hiss of a serpent. David's sling was never far from his side. He practiced with it often, his aim growing ever truer. He had faced down lions and bears, protecting his flock with courage and skill. His faith was his shield, his courage his sword. Section 4. The prophet's arrival. One day a hush fell over the hills. A figure appeared on the horizon, walking with purpose and presence. It was Samuel, a prophet of God, his arrival heralding a divine mission. He carried with him an air of importance, a message from the Almighty. Samuel had traveled far, guided by a vision. He was searching for a shepherd, a young man named David, chosen by God for a great destiny. He approached David in the field, his eyes filled with the weight of his purpose. Section 5, chosen by God. David, Samuel said, his voice strong and clear, God has chosen you. David listened, his heart pounding in his chest. He knelt before the prophet, a simple shepherd in the presence of the divine. Samuel produced a horn filled with oil, a symbol of anointing, of being set apart. He poured the oil over David's head, a sacred act that marked him for greatness. You are to be the future king of Israel, Samuel proclaimed. David was overwhelmed. He, a humble shepherd chosen to lead a nation? Section 6. A humble heart. David's first instinct was not pride, but humility. He knew the weight of the task before him, the responsibility of leadership. He bowed his head, accepting God's will with a faithful heart. He didn't question, he didn't boast, he simply accepted. I am your servant, Lord, he whispered, his voice filled with awe and reverence. He knew this was not a path of his choosing, but a path laid out by a power far greater than himself. He would trust in God's plan even as his life took this unexpected turn. Section 7. Destiny awaits. As Samuel departed, David felt the weight of the anointing oil upon his head. It was a tangible reminder of the destiny that awaited him, a destiny he could only begin to comprehend. He looked at his flock, his faithful companions, and knew his life would never be the same. He was still a shepherd, but now he was also a king in waiting. His heart swelled with a mix of trepidation and excitement. He would continue to tend his sheep, but now his gaze also turned towards the horizon, towards the future that God had planned for him. The hills of Bethlehem held a new significance, a quiet testament to the day a shepherd was chosen to be king.